Okay, so I want to show you ECOVACS new pool vacuum cleaner. Now you might know ECOVACS mainly from their robot yard lawn mowers. This is a first for them. This is the ULTRAMARINE P1. Now you can see on it right now, it's got these bulldozer style tires on it. That's going to help it go up and down your walls. It's going to help it go up and down different depth changes throughout your pool. And if you have an in-ground pool and you've got, you know, a drain on the bottom where it circulates, up to 2 inches, 2¼ inches, this can go over it really well. Other thing is this has rollers on the front and the back of it. So what that means for you is constant cleaning. The entire time that it's rolling back and forth, cleaning walls, whatever it's doing, it's cleaning in the front, cleaning the back, and then pushing all of that into the debris basket inside here. This can clean up to 3 hours, 180 minutes, depending on what setting you put it in. You'll have to put it in the floor mode and in eco suction in order to get that full 3 hours. And you can change that within the app as far as the suction. You'll have 3 options. You'll have the eco, you'll have standard, and then you'll have strong suction. Each of those will impact the battery life. You'll get more battery life on floor as well. Wall takes a lot more battery power. You do have 3 different modes to choose from on here. You have floor only mode, you have wall only mode, and then you have what's called all, which is both. It'll kind of mix half the time on the wall, half the time on the floor. In the app, you can actually select to do a scheduled mode, like a vacation mode, like you have it come on 45 minutes this day, and then 2 days later it's on for a few minutes, so to help just kind of clean all the time with it. One of the things that's really cool with this one is the debris basket. You push this button here and it's hidden down inside there, and I really like that because some of the units out there, BeatBot especially, has a big open container happening, and if you accidentally open that, it falls out. But this is right inside here. Now this is a 2-phase filter, and what I mean by that is you have your regular debris filter. So if you've got a lot of leaves, like maybe a storm blew in, you had tons of leaves to deal with, just use this first, let it get up all that stuff and the debris, and then charge it, and then run it with this filter. This is a microorganism filter, so this is going to catch dirt. It's going to catch small little bitty things like algae and things of that nature and pick it up. And it's very, very thick, and it does a bang up job picking up as much stuff that it can during the time that it's in there, which I really, really appreciate how easy that is to take in and out. And then you're just going to take this and you'll put it back inside here. It only goes one way. And now we're ready to put it in the pool. Let me show you a closer view. I want to point out right here, this is where you're going to charge it at. When you are charging it, you take that off and plug it in. When you're running it in the pool, make sure you screw that back on. That way that port doesn't get wet. You do not want that to get wet. Your power button is on this side here. And if you hold it down, you'll see this little blue light start to come on, and then it'll end up resting on wherever it is that you selected. So right now it's over here at the all mode. This is floor only, that's walls only. We want to go floor only with it. And here's the thing, you just got to get this into the pool. And so you either can throw it, drop it, whatever you want. If you want to hold it for a few seconds, feel free. Honestly, these things have enough weight on them that they will just fall in there once you kind of get it going there. So it shouldn't flip over or anything like that. It'll just start soaking, taking in water and do what's cleaning. Now our pool doesn't, at least to the naked eye, doesn't look very dirty on the floor. But we're going to be able to see and tell when we're done what it actually has. Now here we go. All right, so we are taking off now. Now in the beginning, when it gets going, you may think it's not doing anything. What it's going to do is it's got smart navigation in it. It's going to figure out where the walls are at and shape, and you can even put in the app whether you're a round pool, rectangular, lima bean, whatever. You can even put in your depth and all that sort of stuff, which you should do because it's going to make this thing smarter. And then it's going to begin, once it gets into its rhythm, it's going to do kind of an S pattern. And what it'll do is it'll go, it'll see a wall, kind of maybe tap against it a tad, and then turn around and come back the other way. And this does this S thing, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, covering like 99% of your pool will end up getting touched by this when it's done for the maximum of 3 hours. Again, depending on what suction level that you put it in. And so it'll just start doing its thing here. And you can see those roller brushes are moving front and back, just constantly cleaning, moving debris around, pushing it into the filter. It's going to kind of run into my ladder. It'll think it's a wall for a second, kind of go up and go, oh wait, something's there. Let's stop. Let's rethink this. And then now it's going to do a little bit of the hokey pokey and turn itself around. Moves very quickly compared to most vacuums that are out there on the market. And like I said, this is going to go up to 3 hours depending on the suction level and what mode you put it in. I'll also show you what it looks like when it goes up the walls. Look at this stuff. This is soft, by the way, so it's not going to hurt anything, even vinyl. Comes up just for a few seconds. The idea here is it's going to scrub when it comes up. It's going to get out of the water about 2 inches, scrub for a few seconds, and knock loose any like algae, soap scum, sunscreen scum, whatever it might be, you know, on the top there. And then it's kind of going to do like kind of an end pattern. It'll go down and then it's going to turn itself around. If you were to like time lapse it, it'd probably look like a capital N or something like that. And if you have it sit here in wall mode, it's going to do this for the entire 3 hours if it's on a full charge. And just come in and out, clean the walls for a few seconds, and then go back down. So we're going to let this run for its time, and then I'll show you what sort of results we get with it and how dirty our pool probably actually is, and we just can't see it because it's down 4.5, 5 feet from us, and we don't see all this stuff. This is why I think it's so important to run them all the time. So we'll see what the results are. So we finished cleaning, and it parked over here on the side. Gotten sunnier, things are looking pretty clean. So you'll take the hook that I gave you and put it on one of your poles. And then you're going to pull that up to the side of your pool. And then once you get it here, you're going to kind of hold it off to the side. And that's going to let clean water come out of it. Just keeps it from getting all over your feet and stuff. So I'll let it hang here for a few seconds. And then let's pull it up here. Remember, we push this button to get in there. And then, oh goodness, look at this. So we're going to pull this whole thing out here, and oh my gosh, I can already see this thing is filthy. Remember how white this was, okay? Let's see if I can even get it out. Oh goodness. So that is full of sludge and dead bugs, but look how brown that is on the inside. This comes off. Let me show you. Holy cow, look at that. It's that dirty inside my pool. I mean, it rained a lot the last few days, so I'm gonna have to clean all that off with the hose, clean all of that out, and then we'll put it back in. Totally clean now, so we got to put it back together. So now we put the fully clean basket back in there. It'll only go in one way, as you can see. Close that back up. Our charging port is right here inside that little hole there, so we'll take that off so we can go charge it. Man, I gotta say, super impressed. As dirty as our pool was, and this wasn't even a full battery, and it did absolutely fantastic.